Prepare to step into a world where reality blurs with the bizarre. These aren't just animals, they're the ones you never thought existed. From creatures that defy imagination to hybrids that shouldn't be real.
Oh my God.
Get ready to witness the weirdest and most unsettling beings the world has to offer.
What the is this thing?
Okay, so this one's straight out of a sci-fi flick. A guy in China walked into his house and spotted this weird blob-like thing just sitting there. At first, he was like, random junk, but nope, this thing started moving. Almost like it was breathing. Imagine seeing that up close. I'd probably nope out of there so fast. The weirdest part, no one, not even the experts online, could figure out what it was. Some thought it might be a mutated spider, others said monster vibes. Honestly, it's kind of unsettling when science doesn't have an answer. What do you think it could be? Seriously, drop your theories down below.
What is your moderate name? Virtually unexpressed.
Creepy face. Nature can sometimes baffle you if you don't believe it, then look at this one. A guy in China was having his time when he spotted this. A huge caterpillar, and not just any normal kind. It had a creepy humanoid face with eyes, lips, and all. And no, it wasn't any kind of hoax or something, it was legit. When this caterpillar found its way online, people were baffled. Some said it could be a humanoid breed, while others insisted some kind of sinister being like a rake was involved. But the experts had an explanation. They said it could be just an illusion, nothing else. Whatever it was, it sure made rounds like crazy. Gross beauty.
Feeling threatened, and so as an act of defense, it spits this thing out. And then the proboscis can be drawn back inside.
Alright, let me tell you about this wild little creature a fisherman named Su Pong claimed to have caught off the coast of Thailand. At first glance, it was like a nightmare come to life. A proboscis worm oozing weirdness with its gooey, stretchy tongue thing. This guy ejected it like a horror movie special effect, but get this, it was all for survival. It's either trying to trap prey or scare off predators. Crazy, right? The real kicker. If the proboscis gets stuck or even breaks off, no problem. It grows a new one. Nature is seriously insane sometimes. Gross. Sure, but there's a kind of eerie beauty in how it works, don't you think?
When this worm is outside the water, that mucus actually feels stickier and it gets stuck to Sutapong's hand.
Reptilian Hybrid.
What the is this thing?
Alright, so imagine hearing weird thuds in your backyard at night. Creepy, right? Well, this homeowner decided to check it out, camera in hand, and stumbled upon something straight out of a sci-fi movie. A creature that was part dog, part lizard. It had those scaly, lizard-like legs and tail, but its head, a freaky mix of both a dog and a lizard. Seriously, what even was that? The guy was stunned, and honestly, I would have been too. What's crazier was that when he shared the video, not a single person called it fake. Some folks think it was a legendary reptilian, others were just spooked. Whatever it was, it's definitely got people talking.
What the That looks like a dog.
Weird crossbreeds. Man, you've got to see this. Footage popped up online showing pigeons that were, well, not really pigeons. They've got the body of a hen, long neck, long legs, like someone mixed a chicken and pigeon, but didn't quite get it right. It went viral, and people were all over the place. Some thought it was cool, others questioned the ethics of it all. The footage owner revealed it was a cross between chicken and pigeon. Sort of like a weird science experiment gone wrong, or maybe kinda right. Experts were saying it's safe though, and hey, who wouldn't be curious about the results? Roadside Nightmare. A quiet day in Petrolina, Brazil turned into pure chaos when this bizarre creature showed up on the road. Everyone was freaking out. Phones out, capturing what can only be described as a living nightmare. Its upper body was scraggly with patchy fur, but that jaw, yikes. Thin, needle-like teeth and this gaping frozen snarl that just screams nope. People were throwing out wild theories. It's no dog, one witness said. Some called it a dog man. Others thought it was some freaky genetic experiment or a predator nobody's ever seen before. How did it end up there? Who knows? Creepy, right? What do you think? Real or just another internet mystery? Riding terrors. Now, what could be the possible explanation for this? A farmer shared footage of his hens chasing after his truck. Pretty normal, right? But then, things got weird. Out of nowhere, these ostrich-like creatures started sprinting toward him, and here's the freaky part, and they had humanoid-looking things on their backs. Like, what? The farmer's excitement turned into pure panic, and honestly, I don't blame him. When the video hit the internet, people went wild with theories. Some said it was some cursed hybrid. Others thought it could be possession or some crazy experiment. Whatever it was, it didn't look natural. What do you think? Are we looking at science gone wrong or something paranormal? Mutant pony. In Texas, a dude was just taking a stroll by a ranch and came across a horse with the head of a dog. Like, what? Everything seemed normal with it. Grazing, chilling, except it had a canine head. Now I know there's no way this was a crossbreed. Dogs and horses are totally different species. They can't mate. So it's gotta be some kind of genetic mutation, right? Someone's gone and messed with genetics, probably trying to create some freaky new hybrid for kicks. This thing could only have been made through artificial genetic mutation. What do you think? Raccoon Enigma. While taking a peaceful walk in the forest, a guy spotted something that made his heart skip. This creature had the face and wings of a bat, but a raccoon's furry body. Talk about nightmare fuel, right? It wasn't flying or scurrying, just sitting there, calmly taking in its surroundings like it owned the place. At first, the guy who saw it thought maybe it was just a sick raccoon or something weird like that. But nope, his friend told him it was a Vesper coon. Ever heard of that? Me neither. Apparently it's some rare, possibly undiscovered species with wings as an evolutionary twist. Freaky or fascinating? You decide. Bullhorned Intruder. A man was on a jog when the corner of his eye caught something strange. That's when he decided to turn around and record. And that's what he got. A strange black creature was there, looking exhausted or maybe resting in the center of the track. The man was hesitant to go near it. And honestly, I don't blame him. Then something creepy happened. While he was standing there, the creature noticed him and stood up. For a brief moment, its appearance was revealed. Humanoid with bull-like horns on the head, and stood up like he was about to have a talk with the guy. The footage cut off before the thing could do any harm, and the man escaped the area. Scary stuff. Camping terror.
Oh my God.
Imagine being out camping, sitting by the fire when you hear a creaking noise that sends chills down your spine. That's exactly what happened to a group of campers. Curiosity got the best of them, so they went to check it out. And what they found was the stuff of nightmares. This creature had a humanoid posture and a dog-like head and was crawling on all fours, slowly moving toward them. It looked so unreal, almost like something out of a horror movie or folklore. The footage went viral, sparking wild theories. Some called it a possessed bat, others a skinwalker. A few even mentioned a hool, a mythical creature from Southeast Asia. What do you think it could be?
Look at that thing.
Roadside Horror. Alright, this one's straight out of a nightmare. A guy was riding his motorbike home in Brazil when he spotted something sitting by the road. At first, it looked like a person hunched over, head down. But as he got closer, it was something else entirely. This thing had the head of a goat, a human-like body, and buffalo toes. Just imagine that combo for a second. Its skin looked burned, giving it this disturbing, sinister vibe. The guy didn't stick around to ask questions. Smart move, honestly. People online called it everything from black magic to a summon for Lucifer himself. Whatever it was, I'd have sped off too. What do you think it could have been? New species. Two friends were jogging along their usual track when out came this thing from the bushes. And when I say thing, I mean something you'd see in a sci-fi movie. It looked like a mix of a raccoon, a lizard, and a mongoose casually strolling the path like it owned the place. Both guys froze, totally confused. When they shared the footage online, people lost it. Even wildlife experts were like, "What is that?" Some thought it might be a hybrid or a strange crossbreed, but others speculated it could be an entirely new species we haven't discovered yet. Honestly, it's got everyone scratching their heads, and I can't stop watching the clip. Wild, right? Urban Cryptid. Alright, picture this. You're walking down a busy street minding your own business when something weird catches your eye. That's exactly what happened to this guy. He spotted this fleshy, round creature with peeling skin, like old paint flaking off, slip into a hole by the road, and that tail, well, it was flat and paddle-like, trailing behind it. Before he could even react, the thing was gone. No face, no clues, just pure mystery. Was it some strange burrowing animal? A new species thriving in the city's chaos? Or something not so natural? Honestly, I'm torn between curiosity and straight up fear. What would you do if you saw that? Pig dog.
That's a pig!
So a video popped up online and it got everyone talking. 6 years ago, a group of friends were cruising along during a nighttime drive when, bam, they hit something weird. In front of their headlights, this freaky creature was standing there. It had the body of a dog, long skinny legs, all typical dog, but then its face, straight up pig vibes. I mean, what even was that? It was like some messed up animal hybrid right out of a horror movie. Some were saying it was a genetic mutation gone wrong. Others just swore it was a prank. Either way, seeing that thing in the dark, definitely freaky. Surprising Jeep.
We were not even aware that she was pregnant because we don't have a male that, could get her pregnant right now.
Alright, so this one's got me scratching my head. A petting zoo owner in Arizona noticed her sheep was pregnant, except there were no male sheep around. But there was Michael, the male goat. Yeah, you can probably connect the dots. The sheep gave birth to a Jeep. Yep, they mashed up goat and sheep for the name. The little guy turned out healthy too. It's pretty amazing to see how the genes mixed. Goat-like face and legs, but wool like a sheep. Nature's really out here doing crossovers like it's a movie franchise. Honestly, it was both fascinating and kind of funny. A real-life goat in sheep's clothing.
Discovered that she was born, and the youngest one, my 4-year-old, saw it, and he said she looks just like a butterfly because she has so many colors.
Handy chickens. This one had me cracking up and questioning everything for a second. So there was this viral footage of chickens running, which sounds normal until you notice hands. Yep, actual hands sticking out like they were auditioning for a weird dinosaur remake. People online went wild, talking about reverse evolution and mad science experiments. But hold up, it was not that deep. Turns out the owner of the coop thought it'd be hilarious to stick doll hands on his chickens. And honestly, mission accomplished. It looked so bizarre that you couldn't help but laugh. I mean, who knew chickens with hands could cause such a stir? Internet wins again. Two-legged lamb. In the winter of 2015, a lamb was born in southwest China's Yunnan province. What made this little lamb special? Well, it was born with just 2 legs. Its hind legs were completely missing. Despite her oddity, this 2-legged little creature didn't let anything slow her down. Right after her birth, she stood up on her 2 legs and took just a week to get comfortable with her condition. The farm owner mentioned that her mother gave birth to 2 more normal lambs, but this little one was truly special. It's incredible how animals can overcome the odds like that. Elephant Man. This one was wild, and honestly, a little hard to wrap your head around. In Thailand, a group of locals was exploring an abandoned structure when they caught sight of something peeking from behind a wall. At first it was just creepy, but then this thing suddenly charged at them with full aggression. It looked like a bizarre mix of an elephant and a human, a combo straight out of someone's worst fever dream. Naturally, the internet exploded with theories. Some said it could be linked to the Hindu god Ganesh, while others chalked it up to a prank or a weird mutation. Whatever it was, I'd steer clear of that spot. Blue Mystery. Alright, get this. A real-life blue cat. Yep, you heard that right. Some locals in China were just going about their day when they spotted this cat that looked straight out of a cartoon, completely blue. At first they thought, okay, maybe it rolled in paint or something, but nope. The vets checked it out and the color wasn't just on the outside, it was inside too. Even its tongue was blue. How wild is that? The internet went nuts with theories. Was it a weird science experiment? A brand new breed? Honestly, I can't decide if this is cool or creepy. What do you think? Seriously, drop your thoughts below. Blue dogs. This one got netizens scratching their heads. Back in 2021, over in Russia, they found these bright blue dogs near an old chemical factory. Like full-on cerulean blue. What? At first, you'd think it might be something toxic, but surprisingly, these dogs seemed healthy. They were eating, drinking, and acting totally normal. Blood tests came back fine too, but scientists were still running toxicology tests on their fur to figure out what was going on. And here's the crazy part, they were up for adoption soon. Honestly, who wouldn't want a pet that looked like it came straight out of a Pixar movie? Would you adopt one? Kaji breed. Have you ever seen sheep that make you do a double take? Meet the Kaji sheep, a breed that's anything but ordinary. Found mainly in Punjab, Pakistan, and parts of India, these guys are towering compared to your average sheep. They have an iconic nose, and with a unique and sleek body, an impressive look that almost feels otherworldly. But nope, no genetic mutations here. They're bred for their wool, milk, and meat, making them as useful as they are fascinating. Honestly, I didn't think sheep could look this cool. If you ever get a chance to see one in person, I guarantee you'll be amazed. Shapeshifter. A guy in Ohio freaked out by skinwalker rumors set up cameras around his house. One night he was just chilling on his couch when he spotted something that'll make your skin crawl. Standing in his doorway was this strange looking dog, but it wasn't just any dog. Its forelegs were all wrong, twisted and unnatural, like something was trying to mimic a dog but failed miserably. And here's the kicker. He didn't even own a dog. What was it doing there? The internet completely lost it, with most folks saying it had to be a skinwalker. Honestly, after seeing this, I can't think of anything else. And if I was in his place, I wouldn't sleep there again. What do you think? Paranormal or something else entirely? Human-pig hybrids.
Uses technology to generate human tissue and organs. That's gonna give us a lot of unique insight.
Scientists at the Salk Institute have taken a bold step. They tried to understand the potential of mixing human and animal DNA. And instead of starting with pigs carrying monkey DNA, they went straight to pigs with human DNA. Yeah, you heard that right. They plopped human DNA into the pig's embryo. Well, the goal behind this is to grow human organs inside animal hosts, just like our Chinese scientists did with monkeys and pigs. This experiment involves merging human cells with pig embryos, which are then carried by a pig for 4 weeks. Imagine a pig hosting a bit of humanity for 3 to 4 weeks. It's wild to think about.
So these are pig embryos that may or may not have human elements.
Yeah, may or may not. We don't know yet. We need to analyze it.
Pig human. Man, you hear about all kinds of weird stuff online, but this? It takes the cake. Back in 2018, a goat on a farm in the Philippines went into labor and out popped, well, something straight out of a nightmare. The baby goat looked freaky with its pig-like trotters, shiny pink skin, and even a navel, just like humans. This freaked out locals and netizens were throwing around wild theories, like cursed babies, creepy science experiment. Who knows? But no one really had an answer, and that just made it even weirder. I guess some things are just meant to be a mystery, isn't it? What are your thoughts on this? Cyclops Kitten. Okay, so this footage goes viral with a guy holding this strange-looking alien creature. At first glance, it looks like something straight out of a horror movie. The facial features were totally whacked. No identifiable features at all. Just a big eye. People online were all over the place with theories. Some thought it was an alien, while others were convinced it was a possessed kitten. But then, after a little digging, we find out it was just a poor newborn kitten facing a rare medical condition called Cyclops. I guess it's just a sad reminder that nature can be pretty unfair sometimes. Feathered Mystery. Imagine walking through a desolate, barren area expecting nothing but rocks and sand. When you spot this, a creature perched on a rock, its face strangely human-like, but not in a comforting way, more like the kind that makes your skin crawl. Its body was covered in these bizarre feathered scales, and its wings. They looked almost like something pulled from a dream, or maybe a nightmare. The creepiest part, it moved its mouth like it was trying to speak. I mean, what even was that? A messed up genetic experiment? A species we've never seen? Or something darker? Something no science textbook could ever explain? Winged mysteries. Okay, this one's wild. While walking through a yard and minding his business, a farmer spotted these. Two creatures with goat-like bodies but heads completely blank. No eyes, no noses, no mouths. Just smooth, featureless skin. And as if that wasn't strange enough, they had wings where their ears should be. Yep, wings flapping as they moved. The guy who saw them was understandably freaked out. Was it some bizarre genetic experiment? A species no one's ever heard of? Or maybe just a super realistic prank? Honestly, who knows? Whatever they were, they left more questions than answers. Mutant Frog. Okay, this one's a mix of creepy and sad. So a little girl was playing in her backyard when she spotted this thing. She screamed, and her dad came rushing in, camera rolling, ready to see what was going on. What he found? A massive frog. Only it wasn't just any frog. Its mouth looked like it was missing or horribly disfigured, almost as if it had survived an attack from a predator. When the frog hit the internet, people went wild, debating whether it was a genetic mutation or something out of a horror movie. But experts chimed in, saying it was just a battle-scarred frog. Poor little guy. Nature can be brutal, huh? Bat dog. Alright, picture this. A mix of your pit bull and a vampire bat. Yeah, that's exactly what someone in Brazil stumbled across. This bizarre creature had this bulky, necklace body and hind legs that looked straight out of a horror movie, like a bat on steroids. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just weird looking, it was aggressive too. The guy was recording when charged at another dog in full beast mode, and that poor pup was like, nope, not today, and bolted. People online couldn't decide if it was some strange mutation or just a really odd looking stray. Either way, it's safe to say that Bat Dog earned its spooky reputation. Bior Rubber breakthrough. Wow, this stuff is wild. So 30 years ago, transplant surgeons and chemical engineers came up with this crazy idea. What if we could grow body parts? It sounds sci-fi, but it's real. The challenge was finding the right scaffold material, something the cells could actually grow on without rejecting it. Enter Bior Rubber. It was like a fancy living sponge that's not toxic to cells. Then this crazy thing happened. They stuck it on a mouse's back and grew a human ear. I mean, talk about creepy, but this was a game changer for medical science. Now, they're hoping to put ears on humans. Who knew science could get so cool? Mon Pig experiment. So far, we've looked into the true hybrids with two parents of different species. But this one? It's a little more than just weird. In 2019, Chinese scientists were able to successfully breed a pig with monkey genes in a lab environment, trying to make the first monkey-pig hybrid. The goal of this hybridization was to grow monkey organs within the body of pigs. The hope was that experiments like these would eventually allow scientists to grow human organs in animals for transplant purposes. But sadly, we still have a lot to learn, as the two monkey pigs sadly passed away within just 1 week of being born. Nightmare creature. This one is straight up terrifying. A scuba diver went exploring in the Pacific, probably hoping to find something cool, but what he got? Absolute nightmare fuel. Deep in a cave, he came across this freaky creature, a fish with a humanoid head, sharp teeth, and the body of an octopus. Sounds like a horror movie prop, right? But the diver swore it was real. When the footage hit the internet, people lost it. Some thought it was a possessed fish, others a bizarre new species. Whatever it was, I'm just glad I wasn't the one who saw it up close. Would you ever dive after hearing this? To be honest, I wouldn't. Aquatic Enigma. A scuba diver was doing his thing, exploring the vast blue, when suddenly he came across this. A creature like nothing he's ever seen before. It had a humanoid shape, but there was this transparent glowing thing on its back, almost like a jellyfish, with weird hair-like filaments trailing around. And the face? Straight out of a nightmare. Hollow eyes that seemed to look right through you, a nose that just felt wrong, and these creepy thin teeth that moved like they had a mind of their own. It glided through the water like it belonged there, like it owned the place. Skyborn Mystery. So get this. Back in 2022, a video popped up online that had everyone buzzing. It showed this massive winged creature soaring through the clouds. And we're not talking Big Bird here. This thing looked like it had stepped right out of a Godzilla movie. Mothra vibes, anyone? The freakiest part? It had one set of massive wings and two smaller ones, flapping in unison before vanishing into the clouds like it was playing hide and seek. It reappeared a moment later, swooped in the opposite direction, and then gone. Just like that. Some said it was a new species, others called it a hoax. Either way, it had everyone scratching their heads. What do you think? Fact or fantasy? Goats of Steel. In the field of genetics, we have accomplished many milestones, but this one takes the cake. It's about creating hybrids for a specific purpose. I'm not talking about transplanting organs into different animals or anything like that. I'm talking about something even more unusual: silk. I know it sounds a bit strange, but trust me, it'll all make sense soon enough. Turns out, spiders can spin silk that's tougher than steel. The catch is that spiders take forever to make enough of it on their own. So scientists brought goats into the mix, infusing them with special DNA to speed up silk production. It's a bit crazy, but also pretty clever. Welcome to the Goats of Steel Club. Otherworldly creatures. Now that was a bit gross. From an undisclosed location, a guy uploaded footage of these creatures. With otherworldly appearances, those things were attached to a surface, jelly-like, and there were creepy teeth coming in and out of their mouths. And it wasn't just one or two. When he looked below, there were thousands of them attached to the surface. The internet was filled with tons of theories. Some said they could be aliens, while others insisted they were just more like barnacles, the stuff that usually sticks below ships. Gross or not, it's definitely creepy. What do you have to say about this? Share it below. Beachside Nightmare. Now, that was pretty crazy stuff. While spending time on the beach, beachgoers stumbled upon something straight out of nightmares, or probably legends. Washed ashore were these black, huge tentacle-like things. At first, the thoughts probably went to a huge anaconda, but nope. Anacondas don't exist in oceans. So what could it be? As the footage made its way online, theories swirled around like wildfire. Some said it could be some kind of whale carcass, but marine experts quickly ruled out that theory, after which people even had wilder speculations like maybe a tentacle from a mighty kraken. What do you think? Alien fetus. I guess aliens' alien fetus left that in a hurry. A guy in Florida, while visiting a farm, found this on the ground. A tiny deceased creature on the ground. At first, it looked like a monkey, but as he got closer, the color of the creature was revealed. It was green, and no known monkey has that color. So he even lifted the creature for better analysis. That's when the details baffled netizens and even the experts. It had an uncanny resemblance to our classic aliens, with black bulging eyes and a big head. Seeing it online, people were stunned. Some called it a hoax, while others believed it was definitely an alien, so maybe they left this in a hurry. Who knows? Insect hybrid nightmare. A quiet night turned into a nightmare when homeowners came face to face with a massive insect hybrid inside their house. And man, it spooked them to the core. With the body of a praying mantis, the legs of a spider, and the tail of a scorpion, this horrifying creature sent chills down their spines as it crept across the living room. One day, the owner filmed the whole ordeal on the camera, and when he uploaded it on the social media, it sparked wildest theories, with speculations ranging from man created a hybrid experiment, monstrous insect, to something from the legends. But no one, even the expert, could give solid information about it. What do you think it could be? Share your thoughts down below. Cow dolphin. In July 2024, a cow-dolphin hybrid was found washed ashore, which attracted hundreds of onlookers. What amused them? Well, it was straight out of science fiction. The creature had the head of a cow, but the body of a fish with tail fins and all the stuff. People were filming it left and right. This footage made rounds on the internet, with people saying it could be a failed lab experiment, while others believed it could be a well-crafted hoax. What do you think it was? A well-crafted hoax or what? Now it's time for today's open discussion. Only thing that gives me chills even thinking about it, a centipede. They are creepy and terrifying, but a trail camera installed in the desert recorded something that would shake you to the core. A massive 8-foot-long centipede-like creature crawling on the ground with hundreds of these creepy legs. People about this had different opinions. Some said it was just an AI-crafted video, but others said it was indeed a real encounter with a creature from nightmares. What do you think? Real deal or just another elaborated hoax? Thank you very much for watching the video. Share in the comments and do like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.